What's going on, y'all? Five Sports Todd back at it with another video, talking some NBA, talking some NBA trade rumors, and there's been a lot of speculation going around, and the NBA trade deadline is approaching soon, and a name that's been in the trade talks since I feel like draft time last year has been Ricky Rubio, and now this latest rumor talks about Ricky Rubio, and the team that's of interest is the Chicago Bulls, who have had their own sort of name out there with the whole Jimmy Butler talks. Hopefully those are dead because I want the Bulls to keep Jimmy Butler, but that's another topic for another day. So the Bulls are interested in Ricky Rubio, or so is what the rumor is, and really I'm here to just quickly break down what the interest level is, why this rumor is out there, whether it's valid or not, and what the Bulls would possibly have to give up to get Ricky Rubio. So first of all, the reason the Timberwolves are shopping Ricky Rubio is more so to do with the fact that their other stars have developed in Zach LaVine, Andrew Wiggins, and Karl Anthony Towns. And Ricky Rubio doesn't seem like he's been fitting that well with the team. He's a career 36% field goal shooter, so not great at all. He's a poor three-point shooter. I know he's had a nice year this year. He's averaging about like 7.7 points, 4 rebounds, and about 8 assists a game. So he has been decent this year, but they've been looking to move on from him. And then they drafted Chris Dunn in the last draft with the 5th pick, I believe. Then you have him, and Tyus Jones is waiting in the wings as well. So this whole youth movement that the Bulls have been, the Bulls, I'm thinking about Tom Thibodeau. The Wolves, this whole youth movement that they've been having has really sort of been a product of the reason why the trade rumors for Ricky Rubio have come up, So they've got their building blocks in LaVine, Wiggins, and Towns, and they're not going to trade any one of them. So Ricky Rubio is the odd man out, and that's really the reason why his rumor and his name is out there. Now, he's still got 2 more years left on his deal at approximately 14 and then I believe 15 million the next year. So you're not trading. Any team that's trading for him is not trading for an expiring contract that could leave after 1 year. So Ricky Rubio will be under contract, and that could be a positive or negative depending on the team. So that's really the reason the Wolves are looking to move him. Now, the reason why the Bulls are interested. So the Bulls and the Wolves have had a lot of trade talks before. If you guys remember, around draft time, Jimmy Butler was getting shopped around, and I believe the offer was Wiggins and the number 5 pick. And I'm so glad the Bulls didn't do that. But really, Rubio was never involved in the trade talks, and the reason Rubio is getting involved in these trade talks is because of Rajon Rondo. Now, Rondo has obviously been a bad fit with the Bulls. He has not been getting along with Fred Hoiberg. Surprise, surprise. This is Rajon Rondo we're talking about here. He's messed up in every stop outside of Boston in his career and has been a head case. And so it doesn't seem like they've been a fit together, and Rondo is expendable. And another reason he's expendable is because I believe half his contract is only guaranteed next year. So any team that gets him and the experiment fails one more time, let's say for the Wolves, they can get rid of him. So they're not committed high dollar for Rajon Rondo. So Tom Thibodeau, if you guys do remember, worked with Rondo in his best years in Boston when he was an assistant coach under Doc Rivers. So really that would be the only selling point I could see for them trying to get and trade for Rondo. So a potential trade could sort of be like Rondo and Taj Gibson for Rubio and like Shabazz Muhammad. And the Bulls would have to throw in a first-round pick. They would have to, just because the Wolves would be taking on Rondo. Nico would also be another player. Maybe then they don't have to throw in a first-round pick. But you could sort of see the makings of a trade here. And I think it does make sense for both sides. Clearly the Bulls are done with Rondo. Clearly the Wolves are done with Rubio. Now, as a Bulls fan, now let me not say fan, as an objective NBA fan, I will say I don't think Rubio is going to help the Bulls a lot. You're basically getting another Rondo who's just not a head case, and that's really what it is. Like I mentioned, career 36% shooter, poor three-point shooter. He can't space the floor. The Bulls need a point guard who can space the floor, who's a threat, and that's really what is the opposite of Ricky Rubio. He's everything but that. Yeah, he does set up people really well, but Rondo does that too. So I don't really see the need for the Bulls to trade for Rubio unless somehow he drastically improves the 3-point percentage. Management has said that they want to just make a playoff run, so I guess he's an upgrade over Rondo at this point. Michael Carter Williams was an upgrade over Rondo, so that would really be the situation. The worst part about it, though, is if you trade for Rubio, you're essentially taking on that contract, and like I mentioned, 2+ years of that deal. If it will hinder their cap space when guys like Blake Griffin and Chris Paul are free agents this summer, so the Bulls have to be very, very careful with that and weighing everything in because I know they want to look at the short term, but you have to look long term here as well, okay? You can't just make dumb moves and not worry about the future of the team. So I'm not a big fan of trading for Rubio. I don't think it would help as much, and I think it would hinder potential signings of free agents when he can go after studs and proven superstars like a Chris Paul or like a Blake Griffin. That's really what it boils down to, and that's really the reason why this trade rumor is out there. Now, do I see this rumor happening? Probably not, just because the Wolves and Bulls have had discussions a lot before, and they just never seem to be able to find a common ground. You guys all know that Gar Foreman and John Paxson and Tom Thibodeau have a great working relationship, and they're gonna be able to figure out trades. Yeah, right. So that's no surprise there. So I don't think this trade will happen. I'm not buying it. I don't think Rubio is going to be traded to the Bulls. I could be wrong, but that's just what I think here, unless management gets really desperate. But that's really my thoughts. Let me know what you guys think. Rubio to the Bulls, is it a good fit, bad fit? Leave a comment down below. And as always, don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching.